Right, well, I've started to try and get this out slowly but surely. It's coming. I had to use a very blunt nail file because it's not sharp, it's rounded. It's got rounded edges, so it won't cut the silicone. So basically, I had to wedge it between the plastic and the silicone and go around slowly and ease it out, and having to put pressure on the top and slowly. It's coming out the other end, very slowly, but it's working out. It's working out slowly. I can't do it with one hand; it's impossible. But basically, I've just got to nudge the silicone where it's still protruding down with the nail file to help it to ease through. I've got to be very careful I don't cut the silicone. So that little update. Well, I'm going to carry on. Well, we're nearly there. So far, so good. But yeah, I've got a sneaky suspicion that when this comes out, there's got to be air bubbles in there. Well, let's just try this on camera. Oh, it's difficult with one hand. Let's just see if this moves a bit more. Get it still if I can. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, excuse me. Right, let's see. Oh, it's out. It flew off. Ah. Nothing inside there. Is it in one piece? Oh my god, air bubbles. No big deal. Should be able to repair them. It's a bit more silicone. Well, anyway, we're getting there. Now, the moment of truth, this is going to be the tricky part, when you peel this back to reveal the bobbin inside. Yeah, that's going to be a trick to do as well. But yeah, it's in one piece. I've got a few little bubbles, but no big deal. At least it came out in one piece and not broken. There's a little bit, that's just overspill there. I can trim that off. Yeah. It's sticky though. It is still sticky. That probably helped it come out, but it did come out very slowly. Yeah, well, I'm having to split this mold because the only way I'm going to get this out, really, without breaking it, is to split it right down the middle. So I've been going around with a knife, a craft knife. So I've basically got to cut into the bobbin, in between the, let's get the other, basically, in between these sections in here, silicone is all the way down. There's no way I'm going to get that out without breaking it, so I'm going to have to make an incision into each slot, so I can basically unwrap the mould. That way, when I make the casting, it will be a lot easier for me to separate and get the mould out as well, because otherwise, there's no way. Oh god, well I got it out, but I had to split it, and because that's the only way without destroying it completely, so I had to split it down the middle. And obviously when I make castings I would have to put it inside the, I would have to put it inside the original thing to hold it all together. That's not a problem when, obviously once it's hardened, once it's liquefied enough. But yeah, it's, I don't know if this is going to work well, but if you look in the inside, you can see with the original, the actual, oh, I've got too much light on here I think, but you can see the individual layers, but it's obviously we're pulling it apart like that, and I really had to put some force on it, and it's gone slightly distorted, but it will stabilise when it's left on a flat surface. So as I said, I had to split it there, but and the bottom is very, very thin as well, so that has to be on a flat surface for the top part to, you know, you see it's wobble it. So yeah, obviously it's going to be difficult to pour this, and one way would be to actually have it open like this, pour in the resin, put the resin in, and then let it close up, or use a syringe, obviously, to put the resin in through the bottom and inject it down in the bottom. Allow it to rise up so that it forced any air out. That's another way of doing it. But anyway, yeah, it was worth trying this. But yeah, there's got to be another way. Yeah, there's probably another way of doing it. I did think about, as I said, about doing it on the side. But the problem with making a mould on the side, what we did, the rubber would go all the way through, and that would lock me from getting it out. Unless I put a separator, literally right in the middle, so the rubber could pull out either side, or I could, yeah, basically using a split mould as well, another method. Doing half and half, you know, doing half the bobbin, doing the bottom part, and then putting a barrier solution between it. You know, let's say I wanted to do the bottom part below the hole as a separate mould, and then put some mould releasing agent on that surface once it hardened, and then pouring the rest of it. That's another way of doing it. Yeah, but yeah, it's tricky doing these shapes. Always a bit of a challenge. But now I've got it out. It looks like it's survived quite well. There's no, it hasn't torn in any undesirable places, but there are some bubbles. I did come across some bubbles in there, but yeah, there's actually one just near my fingertip there, a little tiny bubble that had been formed, but yeah, it's not so bad. I just had this inside out, but I didn't want to leave it too long like that because, yeah, it would tear more. Okay. Right, I'm just going to leave it and let it stabilise a bit. Interesting how when I wiggle it aside, the centrepiece actually, yeah. I didn't get a very thick base on here though, as you can see. If you look at the bottom, the base down here is actually very thin. That's the reason why it gives that wobbly effect to the centre pillar, the core part. But unfortunately, cutting it open was the only way of getting out of there. It wasn't, because it's effectively locked, you know, it's like a key lock. It was completely keyed into this, so there's no other way of getting it out without splitting it. We're able to do it anyway, which is good. Also, having the centre pillar means that if I do make another moulding, I can always insert the centre pillar afterwards. I don't have to actually cast the centre pillar because I could use that in another mould I made, because that would still be useful. And so I could basically bung up the hole on the pattern file, bung this up, cast the rest of it, and then have my centre pillar put in afterwards. That's another way. Anyway, open to suggestions on this one. Yeah. Thanks for watching.